Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 2 of Warriors Gaming Unity vs HappyFeet in the ESL One Hamburg C Qualifier. Alright, Game 1 going to Warriors Gaming after they weathered the storm, which was HappyFeet. But HappyFeet, then again, you know, they kinda slip up in 2 pushes, according to my beloved co-cast over here, PQMZ. I understand that you weren't really too impressed by HappyFeet in a bit. Would you consider that a bit of a throw?
I think they played well. They just made 2 big errors that kind of lost them the game. And those things are pretty easy to fix, you know. You play well for most of the game, you get your lead, and then you just make this one overzealous decision. And then the second time you misexecute a bit, and you can just look at that and go, okay, that's not really a really big deal, you know. We lost the game, we know why we lost it. Just go play again. Because they didn't play badly. I mean, okay, maybe they could have helped their Bloodseeker a bit. They could have done a lot of things better, but I wouldn't say they played awfully. And now they have a Nyx, and the only game I've seen with this hero was, I think Mineski had it, I believe. And Nyx completely wrecked the game as a support, so I'm happy to see the hero get through, because I still feel like I don't fully understand how good it is in the best hands.
But okay, now we see a bounty hunter pick up from Warriors Gaming. I'm kind of confused, like you first picked the bounty up like that. I mean, I understand like way before TI. I think there was like few months, even how many patches back when IGV were spamming this hero a lot. And that's where Warriors Gaming, I question why you would first pick it now, especially in this meta. You know, it's kind of weird. And you know, if you lose the lanes and Bounty Hunter doesn't get enough impact, which is, you know, Miracle hasn't been able to create that much impact in the early game like we've seen, then I don't know, it almost feels like Fiero, he's just drafting around himself right now, heroes that will basically help him get what he needs to carry, especially like, you know, Bounty Hunter, he doesn't have to do anything, just get level 6, you get the kills, you get the track kills, and now that even the Dazzle coming out, you've pretty much shown your hands, and you know, you've already shown your cards with picking the first 2 supports like that. And I don't know, I don't think this is a good idea coming up from Warriors Gaming, but I could be speaking too soon. Well, I mean, what do you think?
I completely agree that it's not a good idea. 5 seconds remaining. This is the really weird thing about Dota. Your draft is irrelevant if you still win at the end of the day. You know, it doesn't matter what they pick, all that matters is how they play. And we can go on for days about how these heroes are completely unflexible. You're never going to see a carry Dazzle or a carry Bounty in a real game. You might see an offlane Bounty, but it's basically the same hero, regardless of how you play it. Which means that now HappyFeet see there's no disable, there's minimal amounts of lane pressure. Okay, Bounty can provide some, but it mostly depends on which cores he's with. If he's with passive cores, then he's going to have a really sad game. Chances are Fear's not going to draft passive cores though, because these 2 heroes are steroiders. They make their cores better. That's their entire purpose in the game. And so far HappyFeet have a potential support Nyx, it's more how it's been played recently. And that hero is extremely slow to start with. Like, Bounty is very good at playing against that, because the hero doesn't move, it doesn't stop you ganking. It's basically just less than 1 second stun for the first few minutes, which is not scary. If it's played as an offlaner, then, you know, it's still a very static hero. And TA is also quite susceptible, so it might be a good Bounty game. But picking it this early, I think, is just subpar. If they have no idea what they wanted to pick, and they just know that these 2 heroes win them games, then that's their experience, and that's fine. Hopefully we get to see why, instead of seeing them get completely counterpicked.
Okay, and okay, when I see the Dazzle, do you think there's the potential that we might see HappyFeet just pick up an axe? Because you mentioned the Nyx Assassin usually plays as a 4 now. And Axe really counters the Dazzle Grave in the first place. So, you know, that could be up for consideration for HappyFeet. Although I'm not too sure if Rappy actually does play the Axe. I think the last time I saw him play Nyx, that was on Rave, and I wasn't too impressed by it.
Axe is a pretty easy hero, in all fairness.
You'd be surprised, because the last time I saw Rappy play Nyx Assassin, he basically never ganked till he was level 8. So even though...
Yeah, but Nyx is a harder hero, a much harder hero.
I mean,
Axe is pretty simple. You just need to know your limits.
But I mean, isn't it pretty straightforward that as a Nyx Assassin, once you get level 6, you kind of want to be using the Vendetta, going around, setting up kills with an Invoker. But in that case, not really.
Not always.
Not always, yeah. But I mean, it's better than just farming up a solo lane like till you're level 8. That's a really long time.
I mean, if no one else can farm that lane and you're not farming it, and they're gonna know that you're Vendetta'd, so sometimes not always. You know, unless the game is.
I mean, yeah, I can see what you're going for. But alright, Warriors Gaming, going back for the Shonix lifesteal. This is a hero
I really like this hero.
So do I, and I can see the synergy here with the Bounty Hunter as well. Invisible Taxi. And HappyFeet, they will have to break the bank just buying sentries. You know, you're thinking, alright, it's just a Bounty Hunter. Then you realize, shit, he's not alone.
It's not just a bounty. It's also one of the best heroes in the game against Nyx. Like, as an offlaner, Nyx very often gets away with very little health because you Carapace and auto attack from both heroes, then you double stun them and you get away with your high base regen and a PMS. But you can't do that against Lifestealer as an offlaner, so you kind of want to put this hero into a support role so that he actually will have some impact on a lane somewhere. Or you need another hero that can like take up the offlane once Nyx does get his levels. AA isn't really a viable option in that respect. And okay, sure, Weaver's okay against Lifestealer. A lot of people consider it a counter, but if you ever have a vehicle like Sladar, Earthshaker, Batrider, anything that gets on top of Weaver, Lifestealer mulches him. You know, you need a defensive hero to get him out of that. And Nyx is not gonna cut the bill because Lifestealer is gonna be raged, and Weaver's gonna be dead before that rage ends. So if the Weaver ever gets caught, he's not a counter.
5 seconds remaining.
I think they pick it because it's just a mobile carry, you know, it's great at going to the back lines. And the Swarm does kind of connect, you know, it's easy to hunt down the Shaker and the Dazzle.
Oh yeah, it's a good hero.
It is a good hero.
I'm just saying that for the viewing basis, most people think, okay, they pick Lifestealer, let's counter pick Weaver. Not always the case.
Radiant's turn to ban.
But so far, like, Quap, Weaver, very aggressive heroes that can make use of the Nyx and AA moving around. So I like it. They're also pretty mobile heroes that Bounty can't necessarily net kills on. The main thing this game is Warriors have one hero that can provide stuns. Sure, Bounty can interrupt a TP, but he doesn't do anything for heroes that move at max movement speed or blink away from you. So there's currently a lot of weight on the Shaker, and he's gonna probably be the offlaner. I highly doubt we see him mid. And they still kind of suffer from just having this Lifestealer as a core hero. Earthshaker can do a lot of damage, but in professional games you don't normally see him get as much as he does in like a pub setting. So it's harder to be like high impact, high damage hero. So I'm not sure they can get away with picking something like Puck, which would be a really good hero against what HappyFeet have, but it creates like a lot of pressure on you to snowball the game really hard.
I'm gonna stop you there and just say that I'm hoping for the Earthshaker mid. I mean, Sumail's played it mid. Warriors Gaming can try it mid.
It gets dumpstered by Quap. Absolutely dumpstered. The only way you win that lane is if Bounty, like, wins it for you.
That's the point. Maybe that's why they picked the Bounty, dude. This is part of the game plan.
10 seconds.
Yeah, okay, well, then what happens when the AA comes mid and casts E with a sentry in
5
range?
seconds remaining.
Dazzle comes in, dude. 3v2 mid.
Okay, then what happens when he doesn't do anything because he just has a heal?
Abandon the lane, dude. Buy an Iron Talon in jungle, dude.
And this is why I'm here. To save you guys from these ideas.
I have to tilt you once in a while. Just once in a while. We need to have some fun. Earthshaker mid, dude, best hero. You know, you basically have the same reaction as what my girlfriend does when I say, can I play Earthshaker mid? And she's like, no. I'm like, why? Trust me. She's like, the last time you said that, we lost.
Earthshaker mid is fine. I think it's a good hero mid, but this game, it doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I just pick it because I like it mid, but okay. And the Sven comes out.
You don't do that in real games, man, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Otherwise, I don't think we would never see Necro, we would never see Venom, we would never see Viper. Some people like Razor, but for the most part, we would never see Razor either, or Lich. No one likes playing these heroes, but they're forced to by their captains to win some money, you know? I'm really curious what they're going to pick here, because I think they have scaling problems, and they also have catch problems.
Ooh.
Okay, so OD solves the scaling issue. So I think they had a lot on their last pick, so they picked what they feel comfortable with. I've seen Firo play OD, normally has really good games, seem really comfortable on the hero. You can look at it and say, yeah, but there's the Nyx on the other team. What idiot picks OD into Nyx? It's not as hard of a counter as you think it is. Don't get me wrong, it can be really, really annoying. But in a game like this, I can just see them getting like some kind of snowball going with the bounty, and then the life stealer starts making plays, and you start pushing towers, and suddenly Nyx is irrelevant. Like, he might mana burn you once for a third of your health, but that's about all he can do when you're grouping up as 5. Unless the rest of his team can fight, which is obviously going to be HappyFeet's plan.
I want to believe that's the case, but I mean, we'll have to see, right? In the end, like, especially with, you know, this kind of lineup, it's hard to catch, and at the same time, HappyFeet, I'm not really too sold on the support duo just yet, and the Rappy Weaver, I'm not sure if he'll be able to really destroy this bottom lane. I mean, yeah, he's going up against the dual lane with no stuns, and, you know, Miracle may be forced to lane just so that they can have some control over Rappy.
Lifestealer should be fine if it's a 1v1. The Dazzle might suffer a bit, but the really nice thing about having Lifestealer as a core is you can just pull like mad as Dazzle, and you can heal bomb double stacks, and you can get your farm that way. And Weaver can contest you for that, but the chances of him killing you are extremely slim. All you need to do is buy a TP, if ever you get in a bad spot.
Prepare for battle.
And then the bounty can move around and start helping the other lanes. Like, I see a lot of good potential for Warriors, but if it comes off as, you know, a different thing.
Well, I'm hoping that we go to a game 3, because HappyFeet, they seem like they have a really good mid game, really good early game, and it's just, you know, the decisions back in game and it's really cost them. But Warriors Gaming, you know, they also have the mechanically skilled individual talents to pull them forward. So this is going to be tough. I mean, this... Okay, this is an interesting one. It doesn't give them the high ground vision, does it? Oh, it does. Just at the very tip.
Which ward?
This one here. It's just at the edge of the stairs. So I thought it wasn't going to give them any vision there.
No, it's the normal ward block for the camp.
Yeah.
Very nice vision as well. Only downside is the second they see the camp not spawn, they know where the ward is.
So yeah, so game 2, HappyFeet versus Warriors Gaming. Can Warriors Gaming secure themselves one step closer to playing in the semi-finals of the qualifier, or will it be HappyFeet to try and force game 3? Well, you guys stay tuned, let us know in the chat. Always happy for a bit of Kappa spam. But alright, so Rappy taking the bounty rune. They actually do get 3 bounty runes, so good start for HappyFeet.
They could have easily contested the mid bounty rune with the bounty. I'm kind of surprised they didn't, because no one's going to send their courier like this when they know there's a bounty on the other team. It's been done enough times, and like, you kind of win the mid lane by just hitting the Quap here for the bounty rune. I mean, he's kind of doing the same thing now, but he got the ward up as well, so.
Alright, so Miracle, let's see whether he can do anything. I would like to see some improvements in his roaming. You know, I'm so used to seeing him play these farm intensive roles.
Like, he roams decently, but the problem is when he plays heroes like Sand King that need to farm and get their levels as well. Like, when he's playing heroes like Bounty and Such,
Oh.
I think he's
Zelo, bottom lane, hold that thought. Might be first blood. He gets frozen. Should be first blood. They have another Stormbot hammer. Uke? Much
The
Uke?
Mango TP? Oh, what a juke. What a juke.
No way.
Player.
What?
He even TP to the lane. That's kind of greedy. That's really greedy, but I like the juke.
I'm learning that.
Oh, you already learnt it, dude.
I'm gonna use that quite a bit next time.
Try and use it and screw up, and then you're gonna be like, yeah, this juke spot sucks. I'm never gonna use it again.
Nice.
How learning from pro players work, man. It's like, oh, I really like the way this offlane weaver's working. I'm gonna go play it in my pubs, and then yeah, have fun.
But that was really smooth, calm and composed from Velo. Although I really wish he was using his actual IGN instead of Saitama. I mean, I'm not against
names are OP, man.
I'm not against the anime names, dude. Weebs unite, weebs unite. Vohayo. You know, you gotta embrace.
I don't mind the profile pictures, like, you know, Liquid did. They had 5 anime characters, so they won TI. No one else had 5 anime characters, unless it's like some EE team. And let's face it, EE's never winning TI.
Shots fired! Dude, the only reason why he isn't winning TI yet is because the whole team hasn't given in to, you know, they haven't embraced the life which is anime. I mean, okay, do you know the story behind Team Liquid, right? All 5 of them having anime pictures?
Yeah, okay, let me know.
Like, that's the one where it's from this anime
it's a
called...
basketball.
Yeah, it's a basketball one. Yeah, and they all from the same
seen it,
team.
never heard of it or anything, but
It's actually a pretty interesting storyline. Okay, hold that thought. I mean, Rappy does actually get first blood, diving the tower, killing off the Dazzle. And like, back to the point, you know, it's just like for Team Liquid, all of them, they had the pictures representing this team in the basketball anime called The Generation of Miracles.
Ah, okay.
So it was like a
that's why
theme.
Miracle keeps doing it.
Yeah, and it was like an actual thing. So that's why for a period of time, like all of them, they all swapped to, you know, The Generation of Miracles names in game. Not, I mean, their own casual tags. So, you see, sometimes NV alone, his anime fandom is not enough. You need the power of 5.
Yeah, you need a team.
Team of weebs.
No, you just need a team.
Of weebs.
They can be weebs, they can be jocks, they can be whatever. You just need a team. It doesn't suck, you know?
Oh, dude.
So MV's out of luck, unfortunately.
No, dude, no, dude. And okay, NP. I actually thought NP would have worked out. It's just that not all of them changed their profile pictures to anime pictures. You know, you needed everyone to like enter even a full team of Pokemon pictures, something.
I could get down for some Pokemon pictures, you know. I think the big problem is MV keeps doing shot calling, and his ideas are great in a team where he contributes them and has these really crazy ideas, like when he was playing with Secret. But now he's doing shot calling, and yeah, his ideas are too random to win games constantly. You know, you need to sprinkle them in. You don't make the main dish out of his ideas, if that makes any sense to anyone. Anyway, I'll probably get off the subject.
No problem.
We're not here to talk about EE.
Yeah, it's just that, you know, we are finally going to get to cast him tomorrow. So I mean, better late than never.
I can flame him firsthand. Woohoo!
This is one way Reddit's gonna. I mean, I don't want to be on Reddit for the wrong reasons, dude. I've already been there once. Alright, so
what was that for? Poor Dazzle, man.
Yeah, he's gonna get hunted by Rappy. He uses the Grave. He doesn't have a TP. I mean, he does, but he doesn't have the mana for it. So, alright, easy kill for Rappy, and this is what he does. You know, you can't kill the core, kill the support, make them super dirt poor. And meanwhile, Yash will kill off Miracle. Yeah, right under the sentry. Chilling Touch is a great spell. I like the synergy as well when you combine it with Cold Feet. Proc, you just freeze him there, and someone's just standing there looking really, really awkward. Just like...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, so far the early roaming from the bounty is felt next to 0 effectiveness. Might do some damage top here.
Well, I don't think
you
he's
see
too
how
phased.
hard it is for him to trade. Like he throws a few attacks out and then he's half health, and that's why this hero is no longer a premium pick, because it is so like reliant on them running away from you. So you need other cores, and in that situation, you know, Lifestealer couldn't. And now this offlane Weaver, you know, is top net worth hero. He's causing a lot of problems.
Alright, so HappyFeet still 3-0. Warriors Gaming haven't been able to get a single kill. Miracle, is he having the impact which you thought he, or rather which you think he needs to have as a bounty? I know this is a dumb question.
He's having the impact I thought he would have, but he's not having the impact his team needs him to have.
So you expected him to not have any impact?
Affirmative.
We lost.
It's not the easiest bounty game.
For sure.
And that's because they first picked it. Like, just look at how useless he is right now.
Oh no, and they may actually turn around for the Dazzle instead. Miracle actually getting dusted up. He's gonna try and go turn for Jules, but I don't know, Rappy actually looks like he's gonna go for this wonderful tasty Dazzle one more time. I mean, we've seen this several times. Time lapses out, he's going back in for the kill. He's nowhere near done.
Poor guy.
And he looks like he might even get Shionix as well. Hello?
That's some professional mana, but unfortunately,
what?
not enough.
Okay, that actually sucks. This lane has basically gone to shit because Rappy's 5-0.
Yeah.
Just like
Offlane Weaver, when it gets this
You know,
much
yeah, he's getting
momentum,
himself another kill as well. HappyFeet, yep, looks like they are well on their way to forcing a game 3. Oh, they won it, and Miracle Shuriken Toss gets himself finally 1 kill. And Pharaoh just in the nick of time, getting himself some assist goal, I believe.
Yeah, he was in range.
He was in range, but he didn't get the assist, so.
And now they're actually doing a lane swap, which I'm not so sure it's gonna matter too much, because to be honest, HappyFeet can do the same lane swap if they really want, or they can just have the Nyx stay mid. You know, Weaver doesn't need him top against an OD. So far, there's like, other than that one turn kill from the bounty, nothing's going right for Warriors. And their lineup is very reliant on having some kind of momentum to feed off.
Hold on.
And so far, they're getting
lane. Velo.
Yeah, like, he keeps dying. He's 0 and 3, 0 and 2, sorry. Bounty, you know, 1 and 2, Dazzle's 0, 3. These heroes just aren't accomplishing anything. And sure, they mesh together decently in the mid game, but they really need to start finding some momentum. How do they do that? Well, I think the Bounty has to go to the Shaker lane. Now he has Echo. Now he's like a strong hero that can actually represent some kind of kill potential. He did max Fisher though, so you know, not the longest aftershock duration, which I think is a mistake, but hey ho, he's playing. He probably knows best.
Alright, so do you think Warriors Gaming can come back from this? I mean, I know they just came back amazing back in game 1, but this looks like things aren't really going their way. Lifestealer isn't doing too well. His top lane is in shambles. OD, I mean, they're rotating the lanes just to get some hope that maybe they can try and salvage the situation before it gets too out of hand. Miracle, having fun in Yash, just leeching some of that, you know, sexy EXP.
Take the bounty rune, dude. Please take the bounty rune. Why are you here? Just. Oh, poor guy.
That's exact.
Poor guy. The only reason you do that is so they don't know where you are, but he's just revealed anyway, and now he's dusted. I'm not sure why he dusted him. Casual mana, but yeah, as far as them coming back, it is feasible just because they have bounty and they have Shaker. So if they get a few track kills on top of a decent Echo, then you know the OD's game isn't going so bad. He's about even with his Bob. As a counterpart, the only reason the Weaver and Sven look so far ahead is because they're getting kills, so add to their gold.
And once again, I mean, Dazzle just being forced to TP back. I mean, the only hero which is poorer than his Dazzle is Jesse Fash and his Ancient Apparition, who's stacking Ancients for you know, for the
He
spend.
bought like a million centuries, that's why.
He's at 254 net worth. I'm like, this is the first time in a game I'm seeing 2 supports who are dirt poor.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They don't even get the kill. That is really feel bad.
Next assassin, well, he's looking for that kill.
Dire's top
He's looking to
tower
turn
has
around.
fallen.
Ben-Hur has Sonic Wave, double damage as well. Oh, he's going. Sonic Wave will not be enough to kill Sionix. Does he take the greedy option and go to the shrine? No, he doesn't. But okay, Miracle, they will get the Ben-Hur kill. Meanwhile, Rappy, once again doing Rappy things. 6-0.
Dire's middle tower is drowned.
That would have been a
Dire's
really nice move if the
structures
clock
are
just
fortified.
didn't go in the second time. But overall, like, the fact the Weaver goes mid, gets a kill, gets the tower down to 270 health, it's really good sign. Because this hero is just, you know, pushing in lanes, getting towers, creating a lot of pressure on the map. And they don't have ways to deal with him until Shaker gets a blink. He's halfway to a blink, but how long he stays halfway to a blink is going to depend
Dire's
on
middle tower just
how many more times he dies in a lane.
Dude, Rappy is a full 3,000 ahead of this OD. He is super farmed. Dragonlance already at 12 minutes, and we're talking about an off-lane Weaver. With Blightstone, he's going for the Lincoln Spear next. He's just trading hits to Sionix. Like, he's like, alright, let's go. Let's go.
Yep. This is Victoria Weaver when you're ahead. And you know that the only hero that can catch you is either showing on the lane because he's trying to get farm, or when he finally does TP away, it's like, you know, you just time lapse out and they don't have the damage yet because Shake has no blink. You know, until he gets the blink, even the Fisher isn't scary unless he gets really, really low and greedy. But until then, he can just keep zoning this lifestealer away from the lane and making his life hell.
Middle lane. Alright, Fiora getting the tower, but he's getting some hits onto Jules. Yash coming in with the Stormbolt hammer. Well, they have the Dazzle at the back with the Grave, so he's gonna be okay. Lays down the Sanity Eclipse, he wants to try and fight this. He's gonna turn around to Yash. Should be getting the kill there with the Sanities, with the Astral. And alright, Shikuchi. Oh, hold on. Miracle be the one to claim the kill. But that's a killing spree going to Rappy, who does get a double. No way to kill off the Dazzle, but oof. 2 hits. Yeah, 2 hits, half HP. Holy shit.
He did take the Sakushi damage as well, so that's up to 150. Which is relevant.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't agree with taking the Talon if it wasn't for the fact he's so far ahead. And they actually find the lifesteal as well. He can reach TP, but...
Oh, that's really close as well. One more hit, he would have died.
And even though he doesn't die, like, the thing we don't feel as spectators is how pressured the players feel. Like, he's going to his tier 2 tower, or he's sitting in the woods just waiting for the lane to look safe, and he's getting pushed out. He's not going to feel safe around the map. And the other problem this team runs into is if Bounty and him want to make a bomb happen, it is so obvious when, like, a lane is just getting shoved in by the Weaver or by the Pop. Or hell, even if Nyx shoves the lane in. Like, this lane goes in, this lane goes in. If they don't see Lifestealer, then they can just sit under like a ward and a sentry and they can counterplay it as well.
Okay.
Or they just dodge straight up. So it's not easy for them to make a move right now. He's obviously waiting for his armlet, but even then when he gets it, hopefully they do find some kind of moves just to make the game a little more interesting from a spectating view.
Oh dear, Miracle in some trouble. They have the Fisher, but they will take care of the ward. Do they have detection? Ice Blast. Ooh. They do get the Miracle kill. Alright, that's a very tasty pickoff. And they just
yeah, they
D-ward.
actually had no detection. Oh wait, no, sorry. There was dust on the next. So, more money into their pocket. More time where the bounties are off the map and there's no threat to the team. Like, it's not just that he's giving the gold up, it's now they can move around the map and they can actually smoke if they want. They can, you know, their AA can actually go out and place a ward without being worried about being scouted. All these small little things mean so much, and now they're actually going for a 3-man smoke with the 2 cores and the AA. Or are they waiting for a TP? No, they're going now. And they can do this because they know bounty's like in the base somewhere, or you TP to a tier 2.
And there was no way they had any vision on that smoke. So we'll see if they can make anything happen with this.
They have no dust though, so it's not the best smoke. Because like if they go like this and they find the bounty, there's no kill. So it's actually ending up to be a pretty garbage smoke. It's a nice idea, but I think they just realized like, oh shit, we have no detection. There's no point us doing anything. But they are going to find the bounty right now.
Miracle. Oh, they have a sentry there. Echo Slam with an infest bomb. Yash. Still not yet dead. Shionix actually going straight for the TP out. Will not have enough damage. 2 heroes dead. What a bad debut to start the Blink Dagger Echo. That's very unfortunate. But hey, you know, that worked out for HappyFeet in the end. They're like, alright, our smoke failed. Then Warriors Gaming and we're like, here, have another fail.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to hand the game to them on a plate, that's one way to do it.
Dire's bottom tower won't last long.
And they're gonna get a tier 1 tower, the map is wide open.
Reference, right? Like, they dewarded a ward here, so... that, you know, the bounty's pretty sure there's gonna be like a sentry around this area, right? And he still walks up this hill. I believe they're pretty tilted. Or they're just not thinking straight, you know? Which I guess is the same thing as being tilted.
Or he could have neglected to tell them as well. I mean, a Miracle isn't the most vocal player out there.
Yeah, but he walked up. Like, he should know, because he died there under a sentry before. Yeah? It's just... I think they're trying too hard to make a play because they know they're behind, and it's very easy to sit here and say that, but they need to be smart about what they move. Because otherwise, it's obvious and the plays just get countered. They actually have some good vision across the river and into the top lane. But right now, no one's really showing under it and their lanes are pushed in. So they don't really have too many options to move. And they're probably waiting for the Echo to come back up anyway.
Invisibility.
Alright, so meanwhile, Warriors Gaming trying to get the tier 1 tower bottom, get some siege damage up. They need to try and get some more tier 1s, get some gold back into the economy. They're behind by 8,000 gold. That's a huge disadvantage to fight against. The Midas on Pharaoh means he's going to scale a bit better, but... Right, so they will finally get the tier 1 tower. But still, in a Saitama and Miracle, they are going for the infest bomb. They want to try and make some plays happen.
If they find the AA, it's at least something. But... yeah, I don't know.
Dire's top tower is gone.
Alright. So Miracle actually and friends, they do take care of Jesse Vash. Oh yeah, with the stun. Upchecker Echo. Fisher, they're just kiting him around. Infest bomb, they want to try and turn. Oh. That's weird. That's a weird place to blink up to. And he's actually gonna die because the bugs gave vision. Okay, Velo? What was that?
Still ends up being a good trade for them. First good thing for them to happen this game, where the OD is still pushing and they make a play on the map that actually ends up being favorable. I think he dies there no matter where he blinks because of where the Weaver was coming from, but you know, at the end of the day, they got the Sven. First good thing to happen for them. And I think it was a 3 hero track kill. 2 heroes for the
two.
AA,
That was 2.
I believe.
So that was
2
pretty
for the AA and then 3 for the Sven.
They just need a couple more track kills like that, and then they find themselves back into the game.
Yeah, and if you look at how well the OD's farming, sure, he's got a Midas, so 2,000 of his gold is not as valuable as it could be. But it's not like he's out of the game at all. They are behind, there's no question about it, and it's mostly on their supports and their offlaner. But OD is a hero that can turn games, especially when he's against cores that don't stack in, like Sven and Weaver.
They found the next assassin. And they get the kill to Pharaoh.
I really like that they wait for the track.
So extra gold for everybody.
Yeah, that is 1,000 gold exchange just from 1 kill. Track is a good spell.
And it's still level 1 track, so I mean the goal isn't really that significant just yet, but as these kills start to pile up, that's where, you know, things look more and more drastic for HappyFeet. It punishes their mistakes. Like every mistake is going to be very, very costly.
Yeah, it's not too much money for the team, but it's mostly for the bounty, you know. It's like 200 gold every time he's in range for the kill with the area gold.
So smoke play, they want to try and fight. I'm sure they know that Sionix is there. Rappy actually...
Poor Dazzle, man.
Stop bullying this Dazzle! Life of a support. This is why no one wants to play support in C, dude.
This is why you don't first pick Dazzle, dude.
They use the scan, they know that the hero's behind us, OD. And I'm pretty sure Yash, she's going ham. Echo immediately onto Yash, double Fisher as well. Sanity's Eclipse, will they get the carry onto Yash? Yes, they will. Ooh, what a turnaround from Velo and Furo. These guys making the plays and they get out. Worth it. No matter what, worth it. That was great stuff coming out from them. No hesitation, straight up Echo. He probably thought it was the Dazzle.
You mean the Dazzle that died mid?
I mean, it could have been any other hero. He probably didn't expect the turnaround to be like that.
Yeah, and that's the kind of play I think that they're going to have to take the risk on. And plays like that will slowly start building them back into the game. You know, I think if the AI's blast hits and Firo doesn't force himself away, they might get a turn kill there. But it didn't. So they just get a very nice clean kill. They create some space on the map. And they can start looking to make another play when Echo's up again. And Shaker's just over halfway to a Shadow Blade, which is going to help a lot.
Firo just kind of stuck. BKB, Hurricane Pike on the way. Miracle's just getting all this info. Oh, they have a sentry there. They know that he's in the area. They're going to use the scream. They pop the dust as well. Miracle's dead. Just laying out on Shuriken toss. Mana burn. Ben-Hur gets himself a kill. Very timely sentry. Vac. Tome of Knowledge. Okay, who takes this one? Do you want to give it to the Bounty? Do you want to give it to the Earthshaker? I think the Bounty, right? You want him to get to the level 2 track ASAP?
I feel like Bounty's not really that much of a hero. I'd rather give it to the OD.
To the OD? Get to level 3 Sanity's Eclipse. I like that too.
Or Shaker.
For sure.
50 damage balance, pretty good, you know.
Well, anyways, Roshan's gonna go for free to HappyFeet. Firo actually destroying Ben-Hur. Ice Blast is gonna come in, but hey, you know, you already got the Aegis.
This is painful to watch.
He just solo shine for that. I don't know.
You can tell he's not comfortable. It is plain as day that he is not like comfortable in this game. He doesn't know what he can do. It's not an easy bounty game. That's for sure.
Alright, so meanwhile, Furo still trying to build up into his Dragonlance, trying to complete that Hurricane Pike. This is where they kind of reset, and we'll see if HappyFeet this time, you know, unlike game 1, will they be able to use the Aegis to push high ground, or unless they bang their heads against the wall and somehow Warriors Gaming come back again.
I think this is a much easier game to push high ground in for them. Especially as they have Weaver, who's pretty tanky with an Aegis, and they also have a Sven. Weaver just finished his Deso as well. 25 minutes for a Linken's Deso, Hurricane Pike treads, Aquila is pretty good timing. Yeah, he's been lacking a bit on damage for the last 10 minutes or so just because of the items he went for. But now it's all gonna come together at a really nice timing where Sven has BKB, he has his Aegis, and they might want to wait a tiny bit for maybe like a level 3 ult, but other than that, they're good to go. Yep, if they take a fight right now, I really don't see Warriors winning it. And you know, Miracle.
You really never know. The Echo on 2. The Ice Blast comes in onto 3. The Sonic Wave is going to bring everyone down. And they're going to be forced to shrine up. Shionix going back to the base. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade. And Firo, he's going to use the Grave. He needs to get out. TP out. Oh, the Stormbolt Hammer cancels the TP. It's going to be 4 heroes dead. And PQ, you called it. I don't see them winning a fight, you said.
Woohoo, they got the next. Yeah, I don't know. That's the most optimistic fight I think I've seen.
1500 gold.
2 days. Yeah, I mean, they need to fight, but they need to do it in a smart way. And now it just cues HappyFeet to go high ground pretty easily. Sven used his BKB and God Strength, but they're both up by the time the OD is up, which is like the most relevant hero.
Alright.
And, you know, Bounty.
Shaker's up. He needs to try and stall this push.
So they're not going to go high ground. They're being extremely safe after what happened last game. You know, they do a bit of damage, then they're going to go bottom, clean the tier 2 up.
And Echo's still down for another minute.
Look to go again with BKB and God Strength buff. And Quap just finished the Orchid as well. So again, just a nice timing of items if they want to use it. The game's open for them. They also know there's no Echo for a tiny bit, but I think by the time they actually push it will be up. It's just how tilted are they from last game, you know? This is a position where they can go and end the game if they execute. Or maybe not end the game, but get a Rax. And build on their lead. But right now, they don't have their Sven, and they're positioned really aggressively. And, you know, they're throwing AA blasts for no real reason.
Misclick, dude, misclick. But okay, they're just going straight for the tier 3. It's kind of low. The Reaver does a ton of damage. They just want to slow things down. Velo, maybe get a stun. Fisher. Alright, no, it's gonna land onto Ben-Hur. They commit the Echo Slam as well. Oh, it actually wasn't enough for the kill. He's gonna have to pop the ultimate. It's not even gonna get the Ben-Hur kill. Oh, what a disaster. And Yash, they have to back up. He does right clicks down Velo, not forcing them under the shrine. Stormbot Hammer, Yash. Alright, yeah, take all that intel. Nice. They get the kill onto Fiero. But Yash, he's already done the damage. And they're looking to go back in. Ice Blast, Miracle at the side, really, really, very low. I'm not sure why he's still standing there. Jules, nice Astral save. But fighting under the shrine looks like it's not going to be enough damage. And Rappy just does way too much. This should be GG right here. This should be game 3. Sionix, TP out. No. So Age is going to be popped. Ben-Hur, finishing off Miracle. It's a full team wipe. Yeah.
This was kind of how I more expected the first game to end. But they have a much bigger advantage this time.
17,000 advantage. Now the buyback comes out.
Bounty just being useless. Like, they are not Dota 2 heroes right now. They're like creeps that are just in the game for the sake of being in the game. And that's the risk of drafting them first too. These heroes are not versatile. They do their thing and they do it well, but there's a reason you don't see them first picked.
Worthy tribute.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
Very, very hard game, and Warriors Gaming have an uphill task of trying to come back and perhaps trying to clean out the 2-0, but it's really, really very difficult. Because right now, I mean, HappyFeet, they're just so far ahead.
Yeah, you're the naive one of the two of us. How do they win Dota 2? What needs to happen for them to win a fight? And, you know, this is not a good start. But...
Oh, Courier dead, Gem on the floor. Chain stun Rappy down ASAP right now. Yash is just destroying Fiero. 2 heroes down, make it 3. Miracle running to the left. Sionix pushing out the mid. Well, okay, the overly optimistic one in me says HappyFeet. Suicide. They're gonna mess up, you know. The Bounty Hunter's gonna get a lot of free shit and toss this in. He wants the Courier, but nah, it's over. HappyFeet.
Maybe an earthquake happens, man. You know, maybe something drastic happens wherever they're boot camping and they all DC.
Nah, I don't think so. This is game 3. Third lane of barracks on the way, about to be shredded, and they're gonna have back creeps in their favor. I'm kind of surprised Warriors Gaming aren't choosing to call it yet.
They're probably just talking about something like, you know, what went wrong or some play they made that they're discussing. I would be very surprised if someone isn't bringing up why the hell did we draft these 2 heroes first, but questioning draft is never a good idea when you're playing. Like, you just have to play the hand you're dealt by your captain, and if you don't like it, you don't complain about it. You just play your best. But then when the game's like officially over, you can talk about it.
But Rappy had a great game. I mean, no surprise, 15-0-11. This was Rappy's best game yet, which I've ever seen him play. He was the real carry this game. I mean, Yash didn't even do that much.
Yash just kind of like, you know, did Sven things.
Velo,
look at the Quap. The Quap kind of just did Quap things. And
this was a rough game.
Unfortunately, Warriors Gaming didn't do any of their heroes things. They just had rough lane after rough lane after rough lane. The OD kind of won mid, but it was like a 55-45 kind of win, which isn't enough in this kind of game. So hopefully we get a closer game 3.
Hopefully. But alright, so we're going to take a quick break, guys. We'll be back for game 3 of HappyFeet versus Warriors Gaming. Both these teams eager to get one step closer to ESL Hamburg in the C qualifier. Of course, you know, the next couple of matches coming up for the next couple of days will not be easy as well, because we're gonna have the game's only gonna get more and more intense. So you don't want to miss what's coming up in this next game 3. Alright, my name is Hades, this is PQMZ. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll see you guys for game 3 in the lobby pretty soon. Don't go anywhere.